Oh, what's this? Hands-on tutorials. I can't show them this. If I show them this, they're not going to need me anymore. Then what am I going to do on YouTube? So I'm hanging out in Photoshop the other day and I wanted to redo the last filter that I had used. Now I know that that hotkey is Ctrl Alt and F, Command Option F on a Mac, but it used to be Ctrl F or Command F, and that's it. Now when did that change? I don't honestly remember, but I accidentally pressed the Ctrl F key and I popped up on this Discover feature here in Photoshop. And instead of clicking away like I've done before, I've done this before. Instead of clicking away and saying, go away, screen that I don't know what you are, I decided to take a little look around and see what this Discover feature is all about. Now, this may have been in Photoshop for, I don't know, maybe the last 5 years. And some of you are thinking, well, Blake, where have you been all this time? And you're thinking that just now we're going to replace you? I've already replaced you. And there's other people who are thinking, wait a second, what is this tool? Please tell me more. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you more. There's one way that I routinely research things in Photoshop, and that's using the Help X Adobe blog. Now, the Help X Adobe blog is a treasure trove of information that is directly from Adobe about certain and specific tools. So how I would usually conduct a tutorial if I wanted to teach you something on, let's say, the linear light blend mode, I would go to the Help X Adobe forum blog. I would find exactly where the blend modes are. I'd look for linear light and I would look it up. I'd research it. I'd put it into practical application, and then I'd show you how to use the linear light blend mode. Well, right here in this Discover feature, if you type in something like blend modes, you'll see what comes up here. It says blend modes, all results, standard screen blend mode. There's a couple different things here. Let's just see all results, okay? Blend modes help. So you'll see here that there's various different categories within this Discover section. Let me open this up here. You're gonna see help, you're going to see hands-on tutorials, and you'll see tools and features. So by searching for something in this Discover section, you can either find literature that's written about blend modes, you can find very specific tutorials about blend modes that Adobe has produced. These are not from YouTube, nor will you find mine on here, so you really may not need me anymore. Anyway, but if we go here where it says help and look at blend modes, you'll see pretty much what you find on the Help X Adobe blog right here within Photoshop. No need to go to Chrome, no need to go to your browser to look for it. So now if I scroll down here and I look at something like the linear light blend mode, which is what we're discussing, let's just read it real quick. It's right here. Burns or dodges the colors by decreasing or increasing the brightness, depending on the blend color. If the blend color or light source is lighter than 50% gray, the image is lightened by increasing the brightness. If the blend color is darker than 50% gray, the image is darkened by decreasing the brightness. So just by reading that, we can run an experiment now. So let's close this out. I'll go ahead and put a new layer on here. Let's make this just a white layer. We'll press OK, and we'll change this to the linear light blend mode. Now, one thing it doesn't tell you in there is that the linear light blend mode is obviously controlled by fill. If you've seen any of my tutorials in the past, I've taught you that. So let's reduce this fill a little bit. So Ctrl F, let's press it again. It'll keep the blend modes here. It'll keep that where we just were in that literature section. We scroll down to that linear light blend mode, and let's see here. If it's lighter than 50% gray, the image gets lighter. If it's darker than 50% gray, the image gets darker. So I double click on this and then I make it darker. Look at that. So now we've looked up linear light, we've run ourselves a little experiment, and we put it into practical application. And that's typically how I teach you how to do things in Photoshop. So again, you probably will never need me anymore. So let's try something else. How about looking for a certain feature? So one of the things that I routinely do is replace skies. And sometimes I forget where it is. Yeah, I'm like, is it under layer? Is it under image? Is it under edit? Well, it's under edit, under sky replacement. But if I press Ctrl F, I can type in sky replacement. Press enter and see what comes up. Well, under tools and features, we have select sky. So that will help me just select the sky without doing the sky replacement. We have another tool in here called color replacement tool. That's interesting. We've got the help on these things, how to do some of these things, like adding elements in landscape photos, hands-on tutorials, and so on and so forth. So if I just click on this one right here where it says sky replacement under edit, if you see what's happening here, it's actually showing me under edit is sky replacement. If we wanted to just select the sky, we hover over this and it shows me select sky. This is a phenomenal feature that, I've been using Photoshop for, at this point, 23 years. 23 years ago, we didn't have a tool like this. We had to find things on our own and we had to fail miserably in the process. Well, now you don't have to do that, nor do you have to email me. Well, you can still email me, say hi. So if we go to sky replacement, we click it right from here. It opens us directly in the sky replacement in Photoshop. So we don't even need to go up to edit and do the sky replacement. As simple as it may sound, this is an incredibly helpful feature to have access to everything in Adobe right from a simple search like Ctrl F or Command F. In reality, are you not going to need me anymore? Well, I hope not, because I try to take things and put them into practical application for you to make tutorials for you and make things really simple in Photoshop. But some of you may be able to do that on your own, and now you really won't need me anymore. Then I won't have a business, and then I won't be able to feed my kids, and then, well, hey, let's not go down that rabbit hole. Blake Rudis here. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. And if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing. I like to take difficult things in Photoshop or even simple things like this and make them even more simple so that you can use them in your workflow today.